She was smiling. The same smile I once woke up to, now shining for someone else. The same curve of her lips, the same spark in her eyes. But none of it belonged to me anymore. I spotted them across the street, inside a coffee shop we once called ours. Back then, it held our laughter, our secrets, our little dreams. Now it belonged to her and someone who wasn't me. She laughed, tilting her head back, eyes sparkling, and something inside my chest quietly gave way. Not a dramatic collapse like in a movie, but a silent surrender, like a building yielding under its own weight. I hadn't meant to be there. I hadn't planned it. I hadn't expected it. But fate, it seemed, had a cruel sense of timing. I lingered too long, foolishly hoping she might notice me. She didn't. He reached across the table, laid his hand over hers, and she let him, without a hint of hesitation. That's when I finally understood. We weren't in limbo. We weren't on a break. We weren't figuring things out. We were finished. I turned away, my heart dragging like anchors tied to every beat. Each step heavier than the last. Each breath tighter. Tears didn't come, not yet. Instead, numbness settled in. The kind that doesn't sting but suffocates. I thought back to the night she left. She said we were drifting apart, that we weren't us anymore. Maybe she was right. We stopped dancing barefoot in the kitchen. We stopped holding hands in the car. We stopped saying, I love you without needing a reason. I blamed work. She blamed timing. Neither of us blamed love, because maybe it was already gone, and we were too scared to admit it. So when she packed her bags, I didn't fight, didn't beg. I just watched, secretly hoping she'd turn around, but she didn't. I stayed in that apartment with the creaky floors and too much sunlight. Her perfume lingered longer than her presence. I still checked my phone at midnight, waiting for a message that never came. Weeks turned into months. I tried moving forward. Dates, new faces, distractions, but none of them were her. And maybe that was the problem. I wasn't meant to replace her. I was meant to grow past her, but I hadn't. So when I saw her with someone else, I told myself it was closure, that watching her smile would finally break the spell. It didn't. It only reshaped the ache. I disappeared for a while, deleted my apps, avoided familiar streets, switched coffee shops. I needed distance, not just from her, but from the person I had been when I loved her. Then one evening, the sky opened up. Rain poured down, heavy and uninvited, the kind that feels personal. I was walking home, soaked, hoodie pulled tight, lost in thought, when I heard it. My name, soft and trembling, familiar. I turned. She was standing across the street, drenched, hair plastered to her face, eyes locked on mine as if no time had passed. She whispered again, louder this time, "My God, it's really you." I didn't move. Couldn't, unsure if I was dreaming or losing my mind. She stepped forward, rain and tears indistinguishable on her cheeks. "I've been looking for you." I wanted to ask why. Why now? Why after all this time? Why after I'd seen her smiling with someone else? But she spoke first. "I saw you at the cafe," she said, voice shaking. I didn't know what to say. "You looked happy." I managed. "I wasn't," she admitted, voice breaking. "I was pretending. Pretending for weeks, but it never felt real." "Then why?" I asked. "Because I thought you'd moved on. You let me go so easily. I thought maybe I imagined what we had." She swallowed hard. "I loved you. Still do. But I didn't know if you wanted me back." Her truth hung there in the storm, raw and fragile. "I was wrong," she whispered. "I walked away thinking I'd find something better. All I found was how much I missed you." Silence stretched between us. Not the kind that hurts, but the kind heavy with everything unsaid. Finally I said, "I waited. Not because I believed you'd return. I just didn't know how to let go." She stepped closer, voice trembling. "Don't let go. Not this time. I want us to start over. If you'll let me." And there she was, the girl who once broke me, standing in the rain, asking me to believe again. Forgiveness is never simple. Trust is even harder. But love, true love, never disappears. It hides, waiting for the right moment to resurface. Maybe this was that moment. Maybe the storm wasn't an ending, but the beginning of something new. I reached for her hand, and for the first time in months, the rain didn't feel cold anymore.